are you?
Wondering why you look like me.
I got dressed first. This is our bandana edition because everybody's in these streets having all out relationship wars.
What you mean?
Cardi B.
Oh,
Offset,
that makes sense.
Halle Bailey, Elon Trump, all the things. So, yeah, I want to get into it.
I didn't
Conflict
catch that.
resolution. You didn't catch it?
No, when you said all these bandana words, I said, "What are you talking about?"
You know when you put on your bandana to go to war.
I caught it now. But I was like, "What are you talking about?" But
Oh,
I get it now.
Does that make sense? Did y'all
No,
get
yeah,
it?
it was good.
I want to
It
make
was
sure.
good.
Okay. I don't even know where we supposed to be looking. Oh, this is my camera right here. I'm bugging.
Wait, first of all, let's introduce ourselves.
I am. I thought we was going to just start. Okay, cool. Hey, guys. Welcome to another great episode of MainStage Podcast. I'm Onika McLean.
And I'm Ania Hall. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on? We back at it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great episode with Tosh. Talk to Tosh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tosh for coming through and making it do what it do with us.
No, yeah, I really liked that episode
Yeah,
last
that
week.
was
It was
good.
good. So if you haven't watched it, you should go watch it.
Watch it and then look out for the clips.
How's your week been going?
It's going crazy. I think
What
I've been.
happened?
I don't know. I'm feeling tired. Like I feel like I'm making moves,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I became a different person.
Explain.
I feel like I walked into another time and space. I feel like a whole different person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know how. I feel like I went through a portal.
Okay. What happened?
I prayed and like I normally do, but this time I colored after and I don't know what happened. Like when I got up, I just wasn't with the shits.
So you're like in a different era?
Maybe I'm in my demon era. Heard about that? I need to get off TikTok, right?
Yeah. No, but that's a weird way to name it. Your demon era.
I think that's what they call it.
I don't like that.
Okay, because I'm not a demon. So
Yeah.
call it my
What are you in your villain era?
villain. That's what I meant to say.
Oh.
Villain.
You haven't even been being mean.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to see how far I could go.
As long as you don't try to be mean to me.
All right, cool. I don't think that's how it works. I think you just have to be it across the board and then move about.
I don't know. I'm a nice person.
All right, whatever. Because it got to be salacious to get the clicks in these podcast streets. So what's up with you?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been I feel like last week I was like really like overwhelmed and stuff because I was doing a lot of new things. But like I just feel like I needed to like ground myself. So I feel a lot more at peace. I do have a lot of things under my belt now, but I don't feel like scared about it or anything like that. So that's good. But overall I've been good. It's getting hot now.
How do you ground yourself?
A couple ways. I think a lot is putting God first and like making sure that I'm like, doing my prayers and stuff like that and setting my intentions. And then 2, being physically active because I feel like when I don't do that for a while, I start to like
Sink in.
feel like I'm going backwards or something or just don't feel the same. And then 3rd would be still engaging in my own like pleasantries for myself.
Like shopping?
No.
Not? Like what?
That could be one of the things, but just doing things I like to do.
Like what? What do you like to do?
I feel like you're trying to like set me up.
I'm not trying to set you up.
You're trying to set me up to
this is
say
a
what
safe
you want to
space.
say.
This
Yes,
is a
you
safe
do.
space. It's not true. Come on.
So what do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know. I'm asking a question to get an answer.
Yes.
Shopping?
That's one of the things.
And what else?
And getting good food and that's it.
That's it?
I mean, I like to do other things too, but like
walking in the park and
Yeah,
being in nature, getting...
I like to go hiking, but it's just really not the energy here. Like,
But you could just walk in the park.
I know.
You know what it is? It's like so the stuff that grounds you is consumerism. So you got to get to a space where what grounds you costs you nothing.
That would be great.
Right?
Yeah, because what grounds me is a caramel macchiato.
Hot oat milk.
Oat milk. I tried with oat milk. I didn't like it.
No,
I didn't like it.
that's my go-to drink. But anyway, so it's a lot of stuff going on in the news. The Diddy trial continues.
Who's your favorite commentator?
Oh, for the Diddy trial, it's this girl on TikTok. I don't know her freaking name, but this is how she says. So the Diddy trials will keep going on. I'm on, you know that girl? Yeah. Yeah.
I like Armand Wiggins. He's fun. He said, Diddy. He said his name like that. Diddy. And then Diddy said this and Diddy said that. Like, why are you saying his name like that?
It's so funny.
He's retarded. But like, literally, it's so funny because like, he be so serious. But I don't know. The Diddy trial continues. I don't even really like at this point. I barely keep up. All I just keep hearing is just crazy nonsense out the woodwork. You heard what they said about the mac and cheese?
Yeah, but that was a lie.
It felt like the truth.
No, it was a lie. That's the thing. Like, it's so many things. I've consumed all of this Diddy information so much that now I know what's a lie. It was like, no, that did not happen. That did not happen. But the other piece with the Diddy trial, they just keep proving that he's a piece of shit boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, if you've ever dealt with a narcissist, you know this is exactly what it is. It's just narcissist 3.0.
Crazier
and crazier.
I don't know, man. He needs to. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I kind of don't really care at this point.
You don't care? Why?
No,
it's dragging on.
It's getting dragged on. It just feels a little bit like who could say the most outrageous stuff and like what will stick, but it's also like he's like clearly a horrible person. I don't know if he's a horrible person to go away to jail for life or whatever with the charges that they're trying to give him, but he's just he needs to be going to jail for the abuse.
Name a billionaire that's not a horrible person.
I feel like regular people could be horrible too. So
yeah, but I mean, I just feel like when you get to that
level, that are not horrible people, because I feel like you don't really know these people.
Right, you don't know these people. I remember when it started coming out that Oprah wasn't like this nicey lady, and I was like, no way, that can't be. And then I'm like, she has to be a savvy business person. She got to be somewhat of a B, because people will play in your face. And if you nice, like, you got to be the face player, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it doesn't even make sense. I have no idea what's happening. So it doesn't even make sense. So yeah, I was talking to Elizabeth, you know, my friend Elizabeth Rankin. So let me give you a little backstory on Elizabeth. Elizabeth's my homegirl. And she's 85. And when I say she's the youngest 85 that we know, it does not make sense. So she's like, yeah, so what do you think about the Diddy stuff? So I was like, you know, I told her what I thought about it. And she was like, I don't believe a word of it. I was like, what?
Why do you not believe a word?
She's so crazy. She said, I don't believe a word of it. She said, she said she worked for a domestic violence hotline one time. And she said she worked one night, and the girl was like, he's beating me up, but I can't leave because I love him. She said, but you say he was beating you up. So in her mind, she doesn't understand the mindset of victim, right? She doesn't understand the victim mindset of it. And then she says, so let me tell you, when I was married to my husband, I used to cheat on him. And my boyfriend would come and he would flick the lights. She said he would flick the lights, and then I would come downstairs. And then one night, my husband followed me down the stairs, and he tried to push me in front of a car. And you know what? I could have got hit by a car. So the next day, I changed the locks, and that was the end of my marriage. And I was like in her mind, she controls everything. So in her mind, she's like, they should have just said stop. Why didn't they say stop if they didn't like it? I said, Elizabeth, because he was victimizing them. Why?
Wait, so the husband tried to push her in front of a car because she was cheating on her husband.
Yeah. She's not mad about her cheating on her husband. She didn't feel like she was wrong that she was cheating on her husband. She just was telling me what happened, and she was like, and then the relationship was over. So in her mind, they should have just left Diddy. I said, but he's Diddy.
Well, how can you leave someone if when you leave, they have people to follow you and bring you back?
Right, that part.
That's insane. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, you
what
be
do you mean?
forgetting that part. It's like so many intricacies of
like,
it. Yeah.
she couldn't really go anywhere, so it doesn't really make any sense. It's like, okay,
To bring you back,
Yeah,
it's
you
crazy.
beat me up. I ran away. All right, cool. I hide out at my friend's house, and then now you pull up at my friend's house and beat my friend up, and then take me back.
Yeah, you're right.
What am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
But go back so my other friend don't get beat up.
Go back, and you can't even call your father and your mother because they scared too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, young women. I know you're ambitious. And you want the things. But I heard Dave Chappelle say this. He said his father told him this, that you have to name your price. And you have to name your price. And as soon as you are paying more than what you allotted for, you have to control, alt, delete. You have to abort the mission because your life will be somebody else's life, and that's it. And if you listen to these people on the internet talking about, to get to the bag, you're going to do this and you're going to do that and pay pigs and all that stuff. You got to name your price. And you are an adult. You are every adult is responsible for themselves. Mm-hmm. They are responsible for themselves. Yes, everybody wants somebody to help them pay their bills. Me too, sis. Shit, me too. But how much are the bills? You got to name your price. Because even that Jane Doe one, her price was $10,000. He's a billionaire. Sis, $10,000, you could do the OnlyFans. You pretty. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have got that bag yourself.
They're saying that the Jane Doe is...
Yeah.
What's it called?
Baby mother. Yeah. But even if it is or it's not because she's a Jane Doe, but you could have got that coin yourself. Like, I understand being manipulated. I understand being groomed. I understand being all those things. But that's not, no, I'm not going to say but because that would negate the rest of it. But in the lightest of ways, you have to have autonomy of your own person. You gotta. It's too much mental health help out here. When you, I don't understand when people don't think about that. Like, I was a victim of narcissistic abuse. Right. You need to go get you a therapist. And figure out where that came from and how you can undo that. You know what I'm saying? People think that you can undo certain things by yourself, but oftentimes you need help because, especially with narcissistic abuse, most times it's because you're a kid of a narcissist, and that's how that's how you get to that point or whatever. So then, what else pissed me off this week? Remy Ma and Papoose. Remy Ma and Papoose. So whose side are you on?
I'm on none.
You don't care?
I'm not on either side.
You want out the group chat?
Yes, I want out the group chat for one. Two, I think it's hilarious. Just because it's just they are divorcing, right? Mm-hmm. If they're not in love anymore, they're not in love anymore. They want to get divorced, right? But they got people that look exactly like each other.
They got a type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like.
No, but it's not even bad. It's just they look like clones of each other, which is weird. Because they
still love each other.
Exactly. And then it's also I think, wait, what is that? It's a binging. Is that a phone, a laptop?
Just her phone.
Yeah, put it on silent or something. Yeah. Maybe it's his. Okay, so yeah, but anyway, literally, it's just hilarious. And then my thing is this. If Papoose is saying, oh, yeah, she cheated on me multiple times, da-da-da-da, I never heard of no man taking a woman back for cheating multiple times unless he's there because he ain't got nothing and he need to just stay around and live with her.
Men take cheating all the time.
I know, but multiple times,
yeah.
It just kind of gives, he's there for a reason, too.
Wow.
It's not just, oh, the love is what's making me not want to leave and you say sorry, da-da-da. It's something else, too.
So if he was a woman, you would believe it?
No, I think vice versa too. I think whoever just stays for something constantly, obviously there's that hold on to it, but I also feel like you're holding on for your personal gain as well. Just a little bit.
Well, yeah, but
just
it's
a little bit.
But it's
not the whole
but
reason,
I don't think that it. But you can be doing that and not knowingly do that. It's a situation. It could be a situation where he doesn't feel like he would be able to take care of himself.
That's right? What I'm saying.
Right, but
there's no black love if they're divorced.
Right. but there's a benefit there's still a benefit for her, but it still could not be in malice. He could just not have the self-confidence. His career didn't do what he thought it was supposed to do. You know, when your life starts showing you all this stuff, it's hard to sometimes believe in yourself, because you don't always got to get money from your passions. Like, that's the other piece. Like, but if you're not a business person or you can't connect with business people, then that's going to be a thing. I feel like a lot of times we as people are good at one thing, not good at the other things, and we try to wait for ourselves to get good at the other things.
Yeah.
And it never happens, so then you never do anything. But what you should do in those moments is partner with somebody that is good at those things and just collaborate.
Yeah, but we're getting off topic now because we're just talking about Remy Ma and Papoose. It's not even about business stuff. It's just what they're doing.
No, but it's business stuff, because I'm saying people are saying he's a bum and he has to pawn her jewelry and all that stuff.
That's what he did, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like just a little bit bigger and deeper than that. Like, why? Why would he feel like he needed to do that?
I don't know. I just feel like any man that gets on social media and tries to argue with a woman that's from New York is crazy.
Yeah, because we're going to go hard.
Yeah,
we're
going
to
go
hell
hard. Like,
we're going to suck my dick. It's
happening.
happening.
It's going to happen bad. It really gets really mean and nasty. And I feel like New York women have really like salacious mouths. Like, it's really like... That tongue is crazy.
But we don't have a choice.
Yeah, no, literally.
Right? You always got to have your head on the swivel when you're from New York, and somebody's always testing you. So they always going to try your gangster, and then eventually you just get used to people trying your gangster to a space where you just get, you know, like other places, people say hello every morning. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Here we be like, what the fuck you keep on saying? What the? Okay, hi.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is that?
No, you could get cursed out for staring at someone too long on the train.
Yeah.
So it's just too much. No, but like, I hope that they get it together because they have that little daughter.
Yeah.
And she don't need to be hearing all that nonsense of her parents arguing on social media. It's a little, I feel like they're a little bit too old for that. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie.
You feel like they're too old?
It's a little bit too old. That's why it's like you really don't want to get involved. Like, really give your opinion, because you're just like, y'all shouldn't even be doing this. Y'all should be arguing in person.
But the internet made us all very immature.
Yeah.
I'm way more immature than I ever was. Like,
you can get on the gram and go live and just talk about whatever you want to say.
And then you ingest all that.
Yeah.
Like, you ingest it, right? I feel like I'm going through a breakup with Remy and Papoose. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B and Offset. Because you in these people's lives and you get to see play by play what they did.
Yeah.
You get an opinion, you think they're your friends, and then we go from there. So Offset, Cardi B, tell me what you think.
Good for Cardi B. That's all I have to say. Good for her. Do whatever you want to do, because he was doing whatever he wanted to do.
So you just mean an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth?
Well, they about to get divorced, so it is what it is. But it's just like she should move on instead of trying to make her marriage work when she was trying to make her, from what it was shown, she was trying to make her marriage work for such a long time, and he just kept cheating.
Yeah. Well, Offset.
He just kept cheating, so she finally got her a boyfriend and popped out. And he looked way better than Offset.
They kind of look alike.
No, they don't.
Just younger and cuter.
Stephon Diggs is really cute.
But now I feel bad for Stephon Diggs.
And he's an athlete, so he's not, you know,
money different.
No, yeah, he not rapper rich. He's athlete rich. And like, you know,
did you see the flowers that he gave her?
He got money to get those type of flowers.
Well, he gave her flower. Well, he flowered her whole house in her backyard with red roses.
Oh, that's
everywhere.
So nice.
Insert clip. It was just, she was like, oh my God, you really like me. And I guess, yeah, I mean, Offset, you know, you can't keep on cheating on people.
I don't think that he's her end goal, but he shouldn't have to be. She should just be having fun.
Have a good time.
She should just be having fun.
She
and
should
having
just
a good
do
time.
Eve. She should just go get her billionaire from the UK and ride out.
And have her a good time. Yeah, because I don't know. I do not trust. I mean, to be honest, I feel like she should just have fun. I don't think it's a thing to trust him and like try to be like, oh, this is my man forever. Da 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 da. You know, just ride the wave out. But Offset, that's what happens when you play.
But the
That's
other,
what happens when you keep playing with people and not thinking that they're gonna get you back.
but that was what the other piece is. Cardi knew what Offset was when she started messing with Offset. He had the baby mothers. It's like everything. Like,
But
how many baby mothers you have?
Some people believe that they're bigger than the program because they're a bigger fish.
Right.
Right, and
But they just got you more.
Yeah, thank you. They get you more, and then when they lose you, and then you try to play with them, or they feel like you're trying to, kind of end on a higher note or a better note than them, then they do stuff like try to get you to pay spousal support.
Yeah.
That's actually like the most disrespectful thing he could ever try to do.
I think that if I get married again, I would have somebody sign a prenuptial agreement.
Oh,
I
think so too.
Because I'm looking at I'm looking at these stars, and like I'm looking at the stars, everybody else is looking at the stars, and people be needing to come up. They don't even want a relationship anymore. They just want a helping hand. Life is hard. Eggs still $10.
I would never marry someone and not have a prenup, even if I didn't have anything.
Really?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to be in a situation where I do have a lot, and then if I don't want to be with them, now I'm nervous about getting away from them because I'm like, dang, like I didn't sign a prenup, or neither did he sign a prenup, and now I don't know. I just feel like maybe divorce can just bring out whatever in someone. You can love somebody for however, but you don't know how people, when they're hurt, they act.
Yeah.
And then some people try to hurt you where they will know it will hurt you. Like some people have fear of like being like financially like, stricken, or like not where they are normally. And so a man will purposely or a woman will purposely go after that just to piss you off, even if they don't need it. Just to be like, you know what? Like Offset, he probably don't need it, but it's just something to rile her skin up.
And it's forever.
Yeah. Like you don't even need it. Like technically, from what you put out into this world, it seems like you don't need it. It seems like you're trying to do it to be vindictive. And then also, how can you go and ask somebody for spousal support, and you're the reason why we're not together? And the reason why we're not together is because you can't keep it to yourself.
But the other piece is spousal support is just to keep the spouse at the level of the life that they're used to. So it don't really matter if they
and the only way it stops is if that person gets remarried.
Right.
And nobody is going to get remarried if they're not getting married to something better,
right,
or stopping their check. So if somebody is getting so let's say you marry a billionaire, right? And then you guys unfortunately get divorced and you have spouse support, and let's say your spouse supports some. There's this lady I know on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Her name is Sutton, and you know how much money she gets from her spouse support?
How much?
Guess.
$10,000.
$300,000 a month.
Okay, but that's how much money?
$300,000 a month, and their kids is grown and out the house.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? That's good for her. That's good for her. She's able to take care of her whole family.
She was intentional about her choices.
Yeah, great. She's able to take care of her whole family. But you think she's ever going to go on a date and get remarried to somebody else? If I was getting $300,000 a month, I wouldn't want anybody. I'd be like, I don't date anymore. I don't do any of those things. I'd just be chilling, because I'd be like, every first of the month, I got a check clearing for $300,000.
It's not even that much, though. When you start thinking about how much money people really getting, I think that's what we need more of. Wage transparency. Because once you start realizing that this person that you talk to all the time makes $800,000 a year, just this regular ass stupid job, and you like, how it makes money real in your mind. And then because I feel like they keep us in this ambiguous state so that you can't conceptualize what's really out here, because $300,000 is okay, but if Taraji P. Henson had to get $300,000, right? She'd be like, whoa, because you don't know what they really have. You know what I'm saying? We got it's spaceship money in the world.
Now I understand what you're saying. We do need to have wage transparency so that people can understand that there's a lot of money to be made out in the world, but also situation like when you have money, it's so much easier to make more money.
Well, it's easy to make more money when you know how to make money.
Exactly.
Because some people, they don't even make money for them. Like
some people say that like after they reach their first million, it got a lot easier to make more money.
Right.
Because
it's rinse and repeat.
they were like it was hardest to make their first million, and then after they were just like, oh, I can make 5 million in 2 days.
But you know why? Because they don't think about it as something that's unattainable because they've done it.
Yeah.
That's like you said. Somebody said to you, I can't make $20. You be like, I can make $20 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of concept. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Just to bring up the Cardi B and Stefan stuff, and Offset stuff. So there's a photo of Cardi B's son with braids, and it's a similar style, like basically almost the same style to Stefan's braided hair.
I saw that.
And then Offset like went on Twitter, and well, after he did this, he ended up deactivating all his social media. But he basically was like, "Stop playing with my son," or basically like a threat, like a threat or whatever, right? And so I'm like, how do you feel about that? When I saw it, I just started giggling.
I saw that. Of course I saw it. But a little shadier, they said that his son's hair is not even like that anymore. That the son got like little twists, and because he don't see the sun. So he don't even know what hairstyle the son got because he don't see the sun. That was the one. And then the second part of it is, if you play with a Libra, we're gonna be nice and nice and nice and nice and nice. And then when we start taking it to hell, we start taking it to hell. Cardi B is a Libra. She been played in her face 150 times. Everybody in the world thought she was a stupid ass. And so now she's like, I'm going to show you. And so all the things that she's doing is very much intentional. And did you hear a little new song that she got? Mm-hmm. If I can handle that, let me see you handle this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm so big and she said, I'm so small and he's so big and tall. You know that song? Right. She's just gonna take it to hell. Because once you push people into their villain era, there's no coming back from it. And that's the problem. What people normally do with nice people is they bank on them being nice. Mm-hmm. Like they bank on it. They be like, oh my God. And then eventually you be like, you already think I'm an asshole, so might as well be one.
Yeah.
It's that part. I
don't know. I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I be nice and all that stuff like that. But it's like to the point where when you feel like someone just is like you said, banking on you to just like brush your shoulder off.
Yeah.
About the situation. As soon as you get in that butt.
Yeah, you just start turning it.
Show
your teeth. That part. So speaking of teeth, Trump.
Oh my God. He got into a fight with his best friend.
He got into a big altercation with his best friend, and it's way worse than it could ever be because Tesla stock is down crazy. Elon tweeted that Trump allegedly is on the Epstein files, which we already knew that. Like, I don't understand. Like, what part? We have the internet too. We saw this a long time ago. They released the manifesto from the planes. You saw all those people that was on it. It came out. It was there. So what we talking about, Elon? What it is there's no honor amongst thieves. And when you stealing and I'm stealing and we all stealing together, eventually you gonna steal from me and I'm gonna flip the fuck out. And that's what's happening. But Elon thought he was smarter than Trump. Let me tell you something. You will never be smarter than the idiot. Because they so dumb, they don't know you smarter. So they going to do everything. And when you smart, you banking on certain people acting a certain way. And when they not,
he thought that since he felt like he got him into the office,
he was going to be indebted. No.
He said, thank you. Again.
No, he said, no, you didn't. Even though you know you did. He's just going to gaslight each other. He's not even going to admit it. He's not even going to admit it.
I don't know. How many more years we have left?
For Trump?
Yeah.
3 more years. It's not even been a year.
It needs to hurry up.
3 more years. And if he gets it his way, he's going to be the president forever. Because he could change the Constitution is what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
You know how many people would leave? Energy. Energy.
Ooh, what is that? How was the Beyonce concert?
Oh! The best. The best in the world.
What happened?
I am in love with Beyonce. I don't know if I'm a beehiver, but
You like Beyonce?
I've been like her, but I don't mean that. I mean, I'm in love with her. Like, does that make sense? Like her process, her putting herself to the highest of highs in her existence, making sure her kids do the thing. And I'm not idolizing, but I was thoroughly entertained where I had to have, I experienced withdrawals. Like I experienced withdrawals because it was just so electrifying. 3 hours, that lady was off that stage, maybe all of like 20 minutes. Like she performed, and that concert was more than just entertainment. It was about Black excellence and what the Black American contributes to the world. It was about just Black women excellence. It was for everybody, but it was still authentically for us. It was like a little alley oop. Like she was she had these two screens, and like what was happening now and what was happening before, and where we got certain things from. And then when she sang Before I Let Go, she had Frankie Beverly performing on the other side while she was performing Before I Let Go, saying like, even my music, I'm paying homage to where I got it from. And then inside the arena, the part where it's like, I would never, right? All the Black people was like, never. And I watched all the others like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Because it's still certain things that we think that our culture has been totally infiltrated, but there's still things that we just hold on to that's just our shit. And that's what it felt like. Just like, it was so good. Shout out to my homegirls that I went to the show with. It was like such a vibe. And then Amina, we have to have Amina on the show, but Amina thought like, let's rent a hotel, which was the perfect thing, because then we were able to hang out and drink and talk and just be crazy right near the arena. So it wasn't nothing that we had to fight traffic and try to get back to New York. It was just the best time. All the outfits was sick. Like the preparation going to it, the actual thing, and then the aftermath, it was really an experience. I'm so glad I did it.
I'm happy that you went to. You was looking cute.
I keep thinking to myself, what would Beyonce say? What would Beyonce do? Not I know what would Jesus do, but what would, just meaning like just in that excellence, like God, if you would have even Blue Ivy, like, you know how all those people was giving her crap about she's stiff and she's all got it.
Mind you, she's 11. At
She's
the time.
13 now.
Yeah.
But what she showed, even in her, she was having dance solos. She was like the head one, like, and what she was showing is, I'm practiced though. I'm not the same. Like, you keep practicing and you won't be the same. And I was like, wow, right? Because certain things, hard work. I don't care how much money you have. Hard work and dedication going to beat it out every time. And then when you doing it in a timely fashion, you know, like that waiting is the worst thing that you could do. Just if you could do it today, do it today. Yeah. Because doing it tomorrow says, oh, you think God gave you tomorrow. But he said, I didn't promise you tomorrow. So do this shit today.
Yeah.
It's that. It was so good. Oh, it was so good.
One thing that you said that stuck out to me was that you feel like, oh, this was like one of the moments where you felt like our community and hasn't been infiltrated. And that is so important, because I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like it's very much infiltrated around here. Gentrification is just, it's been at an all-time high, but it's just, you could just really feel it. Like, you could just really feel like a lot of those energies and like kind of like safe spaces are just not. We have our safe space. Well, you went to Tompkins Park, Robert Tompkins. Yeah, and it was people that
weren't
have been there.
It was others there.
Yeah, it was others there.
Oh, it's not normally others.
Then, yeah, it was. And then also, it wasn't a lot of others, but there was others. And then I think also a thing is too, like, it's not even that specifically, because I feel like even though it's still people of color there, it's not people of color that's from New York. is people of color that's from places outside of New York that moved here.
Well, it wasn't like that last summer.
And that's really
it was
what
ours last summer.
It
was Gen X last summer.
It really wasn't.
It was definitely Gen X last summer, and now the young people took it.
No,
yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, because of the 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was there, and I still felt that there was more people in my generation or younger there.
Okay.
Than yours.
Well, not for me. Not the times that I've gone, I've seen all my people, and I'm like, damn, I've seen all my people. And so, but when things get younger, right? You guys, your generation has a more inclusivity. I can't say it. You guys are more inclusive. You guys went to schools with others. You guys, you know what I'm trying to say? It's just a little bit more diluted, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Sort of. Like, I saw a picture of this like class that was being taken place in Von King Park. And there was like barely any black people there.
Yeah, but Von King Park is true. I walk there every morning.
And I'm just like, yo,
but it's no black people there because Bed-Stuy is gentrified, period. So white people going to the park. It's a park, right? But it is named Von King, right? But the other piece is, it's gentrified. Brooklyn is gentrified. Like people got to go to the park. But I mean, when I'm saying things are still in, what I'm saying is not infiltrated. Like, it's still our thing. You got to remember, like, people want to be you. Like, as a culture.
I get it, but it's tiring. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I get everything you're saying, but it's also like going out the air, because like I agree. It's like people want to be around and they want to have the same thing, but it just kind of is like.
Yeah, so what are they gonna say? Them people over there having fun.
I don't say anything. I just, in my mind, I'm just like,
No, I'm saying, like, what would the others think? Like they moved to New York to have a New York experience, right? And then that's a part of the New York experience. It's just unfortunate that a lot of New Yorkers can't afford New York.
I guess. I think I get everything you're trying to say, but I'm not trying to make excuses of why they're there. I'm just saying that I don't like it.
Oh, gotcha.
And so that's it. Because in my mind, I'm just like, I get it. People want to feel included and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you're coming, but it's just like the authenticity. The word that I'm
being
trying
authentic
to say, like, that is just not there. It doesn't feel that way, and honestly, it makes me not want to stay long.
There's no way. So that's because what that is people tricking you out your spot.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't do that. Here? Yeah, but you can't do that because the other piece.
What do you mean? First of all, I can do whatever I want to do, but I'm saying in a sense of like just me going somewhere and I'm feeling like that's not still the same energy that I was used to. I'm allowed to say, okay, I don't want to come here. I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing. It's just saying, hey, this is really not the space that it was or that it should have been. So it's just kind of like, okay, I'll go here when I please. I'm not going to go here and feel uncomfortable. I
get it. And you have your opinion, and you could have your thought behind it, but my thought behind that is these are our spaces, and I'm not gonna let you come to my house and make me feel uncomfortable here.
No, I do not feel uncomfortable in my neighborhood because this is my neighborhood. But if I'm going to some place and I feel like, where are all these people that I knew and stuff, and I don't see them around, it's like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's true.
What's going on? It's like you turn around, you don't see anybody you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, all right, we've been infiltrated, guys.
Yeah. But are
we hiding somewhere else that nobody's telling me about?
We're in East New York and Brownsville.
Exactly.
Flatbush, like, a little bit.
Are we hiding somewhere nobody else is telling me about?
We got sent upstate. A lot of New Yorkers got sent upstate. A lot of New Yorkers moved down south because they just could not afford to New York because the greed here is crazy.
It's insane.
The greed here is crazy. But that's all you can say. Yeah. But my generation that's still here, which is so dope because we old enough to be able to afford it because we old. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like so we still congregate in places, rooftops and all the things. And Tompkins was our thing, right? And they only did it so that they can, so because the black shops weren't getting any money.
Yeah, I know.
So they wanted people to come over there and spend money there. So it was really like a community help thing. Go over there, buy little things. It's all black owned. I used to have like events over there or at the gallery. And then the treehouse, like it's like you just supporting what's ours. You just got to keep on supporting it, and as long as you support it, you like it'll stay. But the other pieces, when shit is so dope, people wanna come through.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, come. The people have been coming to New York the whole time.
Yeah.
This is a place that people come to. Yes, yes, New Yorkers went to Atlanta because Atlanta became New York, right? And that's where the rappers were from. But people have been coming to New York since the beginning of New York.
People come here
This is the place that you come to get good. This is the place that you come to be yourself and be authentically da 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 da. But what's happening is people are coming to New York and expecting New York to change for them. That is different. Come through, add to the vibe, add to the experience, add to it. Don't take away.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Is that's the caveat, and I think that people don't get that part. That's the caveat because gentrifiers and people coming to New York, people always come. Shit, my family came to New York from the South, right? And one generation or another, but it's just about changing the fabric of a place. Atlanta's gonna always be Atlanta, right? And real people that's from Atlanta know those little intricate parts that you go to, and all the others won't be there because y'all know what y'all got. Like y'all ain't nobody going to Buckhead. People go to, right, because but we don't have those spaces like we did in New York. You can't just go. You just like, I'm gonna just go to this side of Prospect Park because that's where the blacks are. Now it's not that. It used to be if you went over by church, then it was, and if you went over on this side of the park, like the park was kind of like segregated. It's not like that anymore. Does that make sense?
It used to be a black park.
It's just black.
But that's what I'm saying. So at least you knew in certain spots, in certain parts, like, okay, if I go to Fort Greene Park, I know that it's going to be a lot more culturally inclusive, which is great because I'm going there knowing that. Now, if I'm going to somewhere like Herbert Von King Park that I've been going since I was little, something I can walk to, something that honestly it was a packed park of black people that were from the projects,
from Louis Armstrong projects.
People used to be working out early in the morning. Groups of men used to be working out early in the morning on Jungle Gym. You don't see that anymore.
No, they stay there.
They're probably still there in the morning, but it's not like,
it's not like it was.
Thank you. It's not like how it was. That's
and the dogs are taking over.
Thank you.
Because I used to go to that park in the morning and then put my feet in the grass, but now I can't because even the main park, people have their dogs. Even though it says no dogs.
And mind you, there's a dog park in the park. But it's like the rules don't feel like they need to be followed because
the rules are not enforced because they're not being enforced by black people.
For real.
Right.
They're not. And that's the part that it's annoying.
Right.
Because there should be no reason why. Because I recently got invited to go to this class or whatever. Mind you, I was going to go to the class, but I had stuff to do. So I was going to go to the class. And then I'm like, I looked at the location. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I got to pay $20 to go dance in the park? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that because I'm like, this is just not my community. This is not the community that I remember and the community that I grew up in. This is honestly, this is our community. I've been living here since I was like 7 or 8. This is the area that I know, the area that I've grown to. So it's like, even when I went to like Tompkins, I didn't see anybody that I knew from the neighborhood.
Right, because they don't live here anymore.
Anybody, anybody, the kids you see, the girls, I have not seen anybody, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then when you sit there and you meet people, and you're like, oh hey, where you from? I'm from Ohio. I'm from Cincinnati. I'm like, oh,
yeah, but
you flew in to come to sit at the park. Oh, okay.
Because of the internet.
Oh, okay.
Because of the internet.
You got on a flight to come here,
and that's why Tompkins is like.
Wow, that's so crazy. You got into a flight. Did you go into the shops? Did you buy anything? No, I'm just da 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 da. Okay, so you flew here to sit on a stoop
to take pictures
to
for the
take
gram.
pictures for the gram. Okay, I gotta go. I'm not. This is not it. This is not what it's for. And I
Does that
think
make
that's my
sense?
frustration. I have no issue with like integration and like being in different cultures. I grew up in that in a sense of like, but I had my separation. Like I grew up in that like in the education field, so it's different. I went to school with different types of children.
Well, you were probably one of 2 or 3 black people.
But it didn't matter. I didn't care. I was at school.
Right.
It is. I was able to understand and be able to get everybody's culture, and they were able to understand mine. But it feels like mine is not really there anymore.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that. But I'm just saying, it's not like, oh, I don't want people around, but it's like it just doesn't feel the same.
Well, it's not authentic.
Yes,
because people are not
feels like
coming.
it feels
People
it's
coming
being
for the gram.
It's like a takeover spirit. It's really weird. And I don't really like it. And yeah, that's just it. Like you see people now going to the Bronx.
Well, the Bronx is Well, the Bronx is nice.
The Bronx is nice. The Bronx is nice, but you're like seeing people like really go up there and travel and and it's like, okay, and you would just really only think the people that would go up to the Bronx, people that was from the Bronx, people from Harlem, people that knew the areas and stuff like that. But it's just different.
It's just different.
It's just different. They ventured out from Battery Park.
Battery Park was so pretty. I mean, it still is pretty. People still right there by the water. Such a nice time. And we used to go there, remember?
Yeah,
And
but
go
you don't
lay
see
out.
black people going into Battery Park cooking
Taking
and,
over.
and
Or having a cookout.
and having line dances. You don't see that, do you?
How about we make it happen?
We're gonna
Yeah,
go to jail, honey.
have a boots on the ground.
You know what they're gonna do?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Have a boots on the ground thing at Battery Park. Where them fans at?
Yeah, you
Where
don't
them
see that there.
fans at?
You don't see that there.
You're right. But you know,
You don't.
we can argue this till the cows come home. America is a racist place. And America owes black Americans so much. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. America has written a check that they have not yet cashed. Clock that T. I feel like Donald Trump's all this craziness that he got going on. Eventually, the world just gonna be like, all right, let's just make it right. I hope so. All right.
I think y'all made a really great point there about taking up space, you know. And I thought it was interesting that they take up space, they come for the gram because it got all popular. Tompkins was full, and what did it result in? The closure of black businesses. Though it closed Bed Fine because too many noise complaints, right? Lovers Rock.
Lovers Rock.
So how is it that this thing that started off with supporting small black businesses in the area that became the thing where all the black cool kids were? We posted now everybody.
Now all those businesses closing.
Those businesses are getting
None of
noise
those
complaints
businesses-
from the gentrifiers.
Well, the businesses are getting noise complaints from the gentrifiers. And I remember, I live in Bed-Stuy, and I remember, and I know Michael that owns Bedvine, and he had Bedvine, and he had Bedvine Liquors, and then he had right. Because they just, right, very good, not a bad businessman because he's expanding. But I remember when I moved over here, and I remember like having like one of my neighbors having a barbecue in the backyard, and somebody came over from Quincy and knocked on his door and was like, you have to turn that music down. And he was like, this is Brooklyn. We're not turning shit down. And he's Caribbean, so you know it was going to be all night. And I was like, it's just the audacity. But you get that audacity when you have a privilege and nobody has ever checked you. And then what's so crazy about certain liberals when they try to overcheck themselves, bitch, please stop. You know, because I didn't want to. You know, you don't care. You just saying the words, which is so crazy, and that's why people get so mad at Target, because you saying the words. Just let me know you don't care, or shut up. But don't tell me you know intrinsically how I'm feeling, and then still do that bullshit. It's just crazy.
That's crazy. How you gonna knock on somebody else's door while they're having a barbecue with their family and tell them that they need to turn on the music? Like they're having barbecues with their family all day, every day. It's one night of the night. Put some headphones in and go to bed.
But they're raising their kids here. They want the experience of Brooklyn, but they want to raise them like they in Ohio. This is not Ohio. You having your kids in New York, they're gonna be New Yorkers. You are raising street bitches.
Jesus.
You are. They're going to be on the trains. They're going to be exposed to the homeless. They're going to be exposed. They're going to be so much tougher than you that it doesn't even make sense.
They're going to get cursed out by walking across the street for no reason. I'm just like, that's why I'm like, I don't know. And
I can't wait for the white gangs. For all the like, all the.
I'll be the first one on the 911 call.
All the privileged kids, y'all should get gangs. I know y'all got money, but who cares? Y'all should sell. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, you want them here. You wanted them here, right? You wanted them here. This is a part of what could happen.
That's crazy. Like, how do you knock on someone's door and say, "Can you keep the music down?" And then when they get cursed out, then they want to be crying.
Yeah.
So it's just like whatever. And it's so crazy because when the cops get called, the cops don't even do anything.
Well, we getting a new mayor.
Yeah, all the cops say is okay.
So we get a new mayor. So maybe it'll change because we getting a new mayor. Whoever that is. I'm still trying to vote for Corinne Steffens. Shout out. You ready? You had a fun time?
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad we did this.
Thanks.
Let's keep the momentum going. See you guys next time. Share and subscribe and like, and please follow the page and send it to all your friends and make them follow. Thank you. And we have 2 new lipstick colors. We have
Oh no, this is not the other one.
What is it called? This is glitter gloss. We have glitter gloss, which is selling so good. So thank you for selling that. It's buying this. This is a really good gloss. And then we have
I don't have it on me right
what's
now.
It called?
It's called Star Studded.
Star Studded and glitter gloss. Some of the older ones are on sale now. So check it out on our website, OnikaMcLean.com. And I'll see you guys next time.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.